Coach. It's always, there's no need to motivate the guys for this game. It's kind of one that we circle on our calendar every start of every single season. But, for some of the younger guys, Nate in particular, guys who hadn't been a part of this experience before, how do you prepare them for Pensacola?
I think you depend on, guys like Marshall who have been there, Corey, Dustin, those guys, who've experienced it before. We talked about it in shoot around today. You're going to be hyped, you're going to be excited, but don't use all of your energy in the first 2 minutes of warm-ups. And I thought the guys did a great job of, just kind of holding back a little bit, but being right on the edge. And then when we started, they just, it was like greyhounds chasing that rabbit. They got out and got after it. And I thought they did a great job. The bench did a great job tonight of holding, and then the starters came back in, and really in the first half, it was a 1 or 2 point game, and then all of a sudden we're looking at a 20-point game. And I thought everybody did a great job tonight of what we asked them to do.
What do you think was key for, you mentioned, at one point I think it was 17-15, and then before we know it, we're up by 20.
Yeah, I think that we were able to we just executed really well. I think the guys got a chance to, get a little bit of that energy out in the beginning, those starters, and then as we got into our rotation, able to come back in that second rotation of the starters being on the floor most of the time, and then things just really started clicking. They started making shots. Consistently started making great reads. We were running at the right time. We were executing in the half court at the right time. And, it was I told our guys tonight, I thought this was a game that we would decide. If we played the way we could play, it would be something that we decided. And I think they demonstrated that tonight here on our floor, that, if they played the way that they could, that it was going to be a game that we were going to get. So I was proud of them and excited to see them get that success.
First half, we held them to 21 points, and really it was, not that they were missing shots more than we were putting a lot of pressure on them, that kind of thing. Just talk about that first half.
Yeah, Coach Wingreen has been really focusing on one stat, the closeout. Can we get within 0 to 2 feet? And, we've done a great job of really playing close defensively. Nobody likes a guy right there in his grill. I thought we did a good job tonight, particularly on Thomas. He had one open three, and he nailed it, and that was a missed communication, missed switch on our part. And everything else, he had a guy right there, and he made some tough shots, so kudos to him on that. But I thought we really made him work hard for everything he got, and I was really pleased with our effort. I think, when we're switching like that, it's not one guy we can point to. Tonight was both on the offensive and the defensive end. It was just a great team effort executing to get a win.
We'll go down to Nate first, and we'll come back to Marshall. But Nate, you had 10 rebounds last game. I think you finished with 14, something like that, this game. As a guard, unless you're like Russell Westbrook or something like that, typically guards don't get rebounds. So talk about just your mindset these last couple of games. When somebody doesn't close out on you, you're able to go in and get those rebounds.
It really helps when we shoot. We have other point guards are smaller. They're usually like 5'10", and they're not used to point guards crashing the board. So as soon as they shot, they just turn. So I just try to anticipate where the shot's going to miss, and that helps.
You also dished out, I think, 7, 8 assists, somewhere around there. Finished with 10 or 12 points. So, but big stat for me, I think you finished the night, again, I don't have a stat sheet in front of me, with 0 turnovers. So when you come into the game, particularly a game like Pensacola, it's going to be high energy. A lot of times you can kind of get flustered and make a bad decision. These last couple of games, what's been your mindset in bringing the ball up the floor?
As this game was a lot of hype, but the seniors and the captains, they helped me, Marshall, get the right mindset, bring the ball up wisely, make the right pass, not try to force anything that I don't need to make a bad pass or anything like that.
Yeah. All right, Marshall, let's talk about your night. 31 points on the night, 9 3-pointers from behind the arc. As Coach said, our offense seemed to just be really in flow and in motion tonight. I felt like we weren't forcing things. We were taking good shots. Just overall, give me your opinion on the offense tonight.
Yeah, I think not only tonight, but ever since we've started this streak, really the second half of the season, we've all been sharing the ball a lot. I think our points off assist has gone up a lot since the first half of the season, and that's allowed me, like I've had a few games where I barely score, but now everyone has to respect everyone on the court, and that just opens me up a lot. And that's the reason I was able to do what I did tonight, just because guys were leaving me because they knew they can't just guard me. They had to guard everyone on our team.
About that kind of transition, because it really has been, to me anyways, someone who watched from the sidelines, kind of night and day from first semester to second semester, where you and Quez and others had to really shoulder that offensive load the first part of the year. Second semester now, we were talking about on the webcast, it could be one of like 6 guys who go off on any particular night, which makes it that much harder to guard.
Yeah, I think we have so many ways that we could beat people on offense. We're just really hard to guard. We have so many different players that could do different things on this team that it's really hard to prepare for us, I think, and that's what makes us successful.
It's been 4 straight wins now. The crowd was great tonight. What was it like? As Justin throws down that dunk going into the half, and the place explodes, and 3-pointers, that kind of thing. How does that hometown crowd and the atmosphere of tonight feel?
Oh, it's always awesome. Like, everyone looks forward to this game that's played in it before, and I don't think some of the young guys coming in understood what it was like, but once they got out there, it's awesome. Brewer Nation is awesome.
All right, Coach, going from this one, we've now won 4 straight, 4 of the last 5. We've got 2 tough opponents next week. One that we lost to earlier on in the season, so I know we're not looking ahead to Friday yet. We got Tuesday, but taking from this, what did we do well tonight that we can take into Tuesday?
Yeah, I think it's more of what can we improve on. I mean, obviously we're shooting the ball well. We're, as a team, we're shooting it, in the high 40s. Tonight, again, we were, 56% from the field. We're taking quality threes. We're not just taking threes, volume threes. We're actually taking quality threes. So, continuing to do that. We got to get better at the free throw line tonight. In the second half, we didn't help ourselves. We were 5 of 10. So we can improve there. And then, just continue to do better rebound-wise. Make sure that we're giving ourselves opportunities. We had 15 offensive rebounds tonight. Nate had 4 of those, which, is just like he said, teams aren't used to boxing out the point guard. And so he does a great job of reading that. And I thought there was a time in the second half there where we were a little flat, and we really hadn't gone to that group of bench players who, where it was a great opportunity to give them a chance to play, to do some work. I know they weren't perfect. I know they weren't, they didn't execute everything perfectly, and we gave up some stuff on the other end. But in a game like that, it was great to get an opportunity to give them some time. And because that's better than a practice, they're gonna build. And Chris hasn't played for a long time, and to get him 10 minutes tonight was a big thing, because you never know down the stretch, where we're gonna need him. But I thought the guy that came in off the bench early in the second half and just kind of brought that energy, got us back going, was Jason. And he had the freakishly reach over tip. I mean, it was just a phenomenal play. But just his defense, his energy, he gets to the free throw line. And so I was really proud of him tonight. And just, again, I think you're very perceptive in the fact that on any given night, there's about 5 or 6 guys who it could be their night where, they're going off for 25, 30. But it's hard when you got 5 or 6 guys who are in that 13 to 18 range. And you're not going to lose a lot of ball games like that. So we just got to continue to share it, as Marshall talked about, and then continue to get better on the defensive end, contesting shots and limiting teams to 1. And, we haven't beaten Johnson and Wales in a long time. And, I'm anticipating a tough battle here on our floor. And, they've got the reigning player of the year in the USCAA. And, he is always a handful for us. And so, I'm looking forward to being able to match up against a quality team like that, well coached. And I hope our guys, get a little rest this weekend, because Tuesday's going to be a tough one. And I'm looking forward to us, getting the opportunities to compete at a high level against a really good squad.